Good morning, myself Ashika Tasneem PP. My topic is credit card fraud detection, a realistic modeling and a novel learning strategy. My guide is Ms. Preeti L. These are the contents to be covered. Introduction. Today, due to rapid growth of internet, online purchasing has become an important part in everyone's lifestyle. And we know that most of the time we are using credit cards to pay for online purchasing. In this case, safety and security must ensure factors which is crucial for both buyers and sellers in an online purchasing platform. Even one false or bad experience in a transaction make a daily customer to stay away. So, it is important that credit card companies are able to identify fraudulent credit card transactions. And we know that in each day there may be a huge amount of large transactions, and also the number of fraudulent transactions is far outnumbered. That is, it is very much smaller than the legitimate ones. It is very difficult or not always possible for a human analyst to detect fraud patterns. Hence, automatic fraud detection is essential. The credit card fraud detection problem or system includes modeling past credit card transactions with the data of the ones that turned out to be fraud. Problem statement. The system mainly aims to develop an efficient real-world fraud detection system which effectively classifies the transactions as fraud or not. Literature review. First paper is Credit Card Fraud Detection, a realistic modeling and a novel learning strategy. This paper explains the concept about a real-world fraud detection system. A real-world fraud detection system, or simply a FDS, quickly scans massive payment requests and determines which transactions is to authorize. It also alerts the most suspicious transactions. The next paper is Credit Card Fraud Detection in E-commerce. This paper explains or proposes an approach that detects fraudulent patterns in case of large datasets. It is done by assigning a consistency score to each data point in the dataset, and it also uses clustering method to detect the hidden fraudulent patterns. And the next paper is Credit Card Fraud Identification using Machine Learning Approaches. This paper explains or presents a survey of various techniques which can be utilized in a credit card fraud detection system. It also evaluates every methodology supported by the system. The system requirements, software requirements, mainly where projects are implemented in R programming, because R programming can support many packages like Shiny, Lattice, ggplot, etc., which can be very useful for creating a user interface web page application, then to display our result plots, etc., and for also sampling. Then operating system used is Windows 10, and hardware requirements include 64-bit Core i5 processor with 8 GB RAM. Then techniques used. Here we are using machine learning techniques like sampling, decision tree algorithm, and artificial neural network algorithm. Sampling is a technique used to get an equal distribution of our classes. That is, our dataset may contain large number of transactions, and the number of legitimate transactions is far outnumbered from the number of fraud ones. Hence, we have to get an equal distribution of classes. So, sampling is used to get an equal distribution of two classes. Then decision tree algorithm and ANN algorithm respectively uses to develop models like decision tree and ANN. Then system model and design. This is a general architecture of the system. And system consists of two phases, creation and production or prediction. In creation phase, firstly we have to collect historical data in the form of data set, from which test set and training set is extracted by using feature extraction. This test set and training set is used to test and train our model respectively. In prediction phase, a given transaction is predicted to be fraud or not by using deployed model. Then implementation, firstly we have to collect a dataset. Dataset can be downloaded from kaggle.com for free. Then we have to divide the data set into two subsets, that is training and testing sets, in order to train and test our model. Then we have to sample the training data set. As I told earlier, sampling is done to get an equal distribution of classes. It is done by using three methods: random oversampling, random undersampling, and synthetic minority oversampling technique. The plot showing the results of three sampling is given below. This is the plot showing the result of random oversampling. Random oversampling means increasing the number of minority cases. That is, in our project, increase the number of fraud cases. Here, class 0 and 1 respectively represents negative class and positive class, that is 0 for legitimate class and 1 for fraud class. This is a plot showing the result of random undersampling. Random undersampling means decrease the number of majority classes, that is decrease the number of legitimate classes. And this is the plot showing the result of smooth sampling. In smooth sampling, we are generating synthetic points of minority class. That is, here we are generating synthetic points of fraud cases. Then training the model. Training dataset is used to develop both of our model, that is decision tree and ANN model. Decision tree algorithm is a supervised learning algorithm to create a training model which can predict the class or value of the target from training data by using simple decision rules. In a decision tree, we are starting from the root of the tree to predict a class for a given record. This value of root attribute are compared with our records attribute. On the basis of this comparison, we have to follow the corresponding branches to jump to next node. Then artificial neural network, it is a computational model which is capable of machine learning as well as pattern recognition. An artificial neural network is able to learn from the past data, and it can predict the result by taking sample data rather than the entire data set. And this artificial neural network have three layers: input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. Then each output layer, the artificial neural network receives the input signal from the external world in the form of pattern and image and in the form of a vector. These inputs are then mathematically designated. Then each of the input is then multiplied by assigned weight of the network. And if the weighted sum is equal to 0, bias is added to make the output non-zero, or else to scale up the system's response. Then testing the dataset. The dataset is tested by test subset by using both decision tree and artificial neural network. Then finally we have to develop a UI web page. The UI web page is developed by using Shiny Web in R. It displays training results upon selecting appropriate options. This is the output screenshot. This is an intake. This is a outlook of user interface. On user interface, upon selecting distribution type and selecting sampling method and modeling method, corresponding results are displayed in the interface. This is output showing the decision tree. Decision tree have many conditions like we in the if in relative to V12, V14 and V10, which is the features of the data set. Then this is the output screenshot of artificial neural network. It has three layers: input layer, hidden layer, and output layer, and corresponding weights and biases. This is a part of prediction output using artificial neural network. The numbers respectively represents the probabilities of two classes. This is the part showing the output of prediction using decision tree. And performance analysis. Performance analysis deals with measurement of response time, correctness of output, and accuracy of the system. Here we are using confusion matrix as performance analysis feature, which is a table which is used to describe performance of a classification model in terms of true positive, true negative, false positive, and false negative. Here we are getting an accuracy of around 99.95%. Then conclusion. Firstly, our implemented system collects data in the form of CSV file from the user, which have historical transaction data. Then the credit card dataset has undergone sampling, training, testing, and modeling to demonstrate the distribution of classes. Now, we have also developed an UI web page application which is used to display the training and modeling results. These are the references. Thank you.